question I had was, did McGill throw any surprises at you?
Well, I mean, we didn't know how they play the ball screen. I mean, I don't know if it's a surprise because they play in various ways all year. So it was a case of trying to figure out how they were going to do most of their ball screen coverages. They changed it up, they downed it a bit, and then they locked or hard shocked it a bit. I mean, they didn't switch it a ton, but you know, and we had some plans on the counters. I mean, again, they're a great defensive team. They took us out of our comfort zone, and you know, we knew it was going to be a grinded out game. Yeah, I mean, they're as good a defensive team as there is in the country in the quarter court. I mean, there's some pressing teams that do things a little differently, but in the quarter court, I think they're the best team in the actual quarter court defending. And you know, when we got out in transition, we got some things. When we were in the quarter court, you know, we had a smooth stretch there, sort of the last 13 minutes of the first half after a rough first 7 minutes. And then, you know what, we got tentative in the third quarter, and you can't get tentative against a team that executes as well as they do.
Yeah.
Coach, I know yesterday you were talking about how the guys have struggled sometimes this year adjusting to your half-court adjustments. How do you think they executed in the second half after you made your changes?
Well, again, I think we, as you saw in the third quarter, we had some struggles. I mean, we tend to play in spurts, and you can't keep getting away with it. I mean, we gotta be more consistent in what we're doing, especially in the defensive end. Generally, if we don't play in spurts in the defensive end, we can get out in transition. So offensively, we look a lot better. But again, we're not putting 40 minutes together against McGill. It's tough to put 40 minutes together. Part of it is they take you out of what you want to do.
As soon as the other guys started creating some lanes and they started speaking early, I think as soon as the other guys started getting in the paint and like beating the post, that everyone had to start digging down a bit, and especially when you got guys like Mitchell, like everyone getting rebounds and stuff too, they start to lose you. So I think you start getting open to that. So when you start actually getting some good shots.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't turn it over as much, but we still were pretty fragmented at times in the offensive end. And I mean, we got to smooth that out. We got to get on the same page. Part of that's my fault. I think we're doing too much and trying to do too many things. Like in terms of we're not running a ton, but in terms of what we're running, we're trying to do too many subtle things. And we're just not making the cuts at the time, making them at the right time, and being aggressive enough with it. And a lot of the time, it's a case where the passer's not entirely sure what the expectations are. So I mean, we didn't turn it over, which is nice. We ate it a bit. Like last night or Thursday afternoon, we tended to try to make a great play, and we didn't eat the ball. Tonight we tend to eat the ball when we didn't see something good, but it got us into some short shot clock situations. Yeah, I mean, I think what happened was we for whatever reason upped the intensity defensively. Sometimes it helps when they're a little bit into their bench and you up the intensity defensively, and all of a sudden we get some stops, we got a couple of turnovers, and then we get out in transition. When we get out in transition, it's a lot harder to find our shooters, and then we end up getting not necessarily threes because people tend to panic to our shooters. We end up getting layups and dunks for our bigs, or K's gets to go end to end because they're so focused on finding our three-point shooter, especially when Carter and Joe are on. So again, it all is predicated by what we do on the defensive end, and then getting out. And sometimes when it's that grinded out game, you got to stop and you hold it and you sort of take a deep breath. And we can't afford to do that. We need to go when we get stops. Well, we talked about the fact that playing them, it was going to be one team or the other who was going to get frustrated over how hard the other team rebounded. I mean, they're probably the best rebounding team in the country if we're not. And one team was going to see something different than they probably had seen all year. And if you can frustrate someone in what they do better than anybody else, then it tends to frustrate them in other facets too. I mean, I thought we did a great job of attacking the boards and putting them on their heels, and, you know, making it a different game than they're used to. I mean, we still gave up way too many adjust them up. But defensively, we do a pretty good job otherwise. With Ryerson, I mean, flat out, they're better than us right now. I mean, they beat us up pretty good on our floor. So we're gonna have to do some things differently, and if we end up playing them, and we're gonna have to do a better job defensively, and again get out in transition. But right now, we'll try to figure out what our plan is depending on who comes out of it. But either way, you know, it's gonna be a nightmare game for us in terms of trying to figure out a way to deal with so many things with Cal, and then the fact that Ryerson, we don't match up great. But in some forms, they don't match up great with us too. So the last time we played, we just got outplayed. They played to their strengths and we didn't, and we gotta try to get them to play more into the way we play if we end up playing them. But I mean, it's a toss-up. So right now we have no idea who we're playing.